Those who knew ancient morality are surprised to see how many things were then regarded in a moral light that are today treated by medical means. How many disorders of the soul and of the head that were then referred to the philosopher are now handed over to be cured by a physician, and how the nerves in particular are now calmed by narcotics. The ancients were much more moderate, and deliberately so, in their everyday lives. They knew how to abstain and how to exercise self-denial so as not to lose self-control. Their statements about morality always derive from the living example of those who lived in accordance with the wording of these statements. I don't know what remote and rare things modern ethicists talk about. They take a man for a strangely spiritualistic being, and they seem to believe it indecent to treat man in such a nakedly ancient way, and to talk about his many essential, albeit low, needs. This modesty goes so far that one would think that modern man has only an apparent body. I think that the vegetarians, with their rule of eating less and simpler food, have done more good than all the new moral systems put together. A little exaggeration does not matter. There is no doubt that future educators will once more prescribe a stricter diet to men. Modern men are supposed to be made healthy by fresh air, sunshine, shelter, travel, etc., including medicinal stimuli and poisons. But all those things that men find difficult are no longer prescribed. To be healthy and ill in a pleasant and comfortable manner seems to be the maxim. And yet is precisely the continuous failure to be moderate in small matters, i.e. the lack of self-discipline, that ultimately reveals itself as a universal haste and impotentia, or powerlessness. So, Nietzsche Quetzalcoatl, he's saying the ancients, back in the day, they used to give, any problem you had, you went to the shaman. You went to the shaman of the day, and potentially they might give you a substance, but it was all kind of counseling, and it was a lot better for him too. And now he's saying to be healthy and drugged up is kind of the motto of these days, and that pertains so much to our society. If you think about it, Nietzsche was a 20th century philosopher because he died in 1900 in August. That was already the 20th century. And so all those problems that were culminating, that he was picking up on in the 1880s, it's just magnified now. But yeah, so the body is not something that can only be cured with some powder. I mean, you need to psychologically question your own state and your own diet instead of just finding a numbing thing. Like shamans knew that to fix a problem, it had to do with your own self-worth and your own mindset. But, they just give people drugs nowadays because, people aren't smart enough to be shamans as an employing, applicable, occupation. I hate those words.